finally, it has arrived. We have got our hands on an Echo PB9010T. So the Americans now can't say that they've got the world's most powerful backpack blower. No, it is now available in the UK and across Europe. So you can get your hands on one just like we have. So this isn't a new machine by any means, but for professional users wanting more power, this product has had huge demand. And it doesn't help the fact that the guys across the pond, the guys in the States, have had this product since 2020. But the question is, why has it taken so long for them to come across the water? Is it because of fuel emissions? Is it because of the demand of Echo products in the States? Can they not keep up with supply? Now they got to a point where they can actually get a huge volume going and get it across Europe. I just don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. Anyway, let's crack open the box and see what we got inside. Do not. Yeah, I don't actually know what that means, to be honest. So there she is in all her glory. And to be honest with you, I was thinking it was going to be a bit bigger than it was. It's certainly quite compact. And weight-wise, isn't over the top at all. Okay, let's have a little look around the machine before we get going with it. Fuel tank-wise, obviously very visible. You can see how much fuel you've got going on in there. Carburetor, I'm presuming by the style of it and the design, it's actually a Walbro. Like Walbro carburetors, there's very little tuning with these. Very straightforward to service, take apart. Air filter-wise, got the two clips up the top. I'm presuming it'll be like a dual filter. Yeah, you've got the foam one that is washable just there with hot water, and then you've got your normal sort of cartridge type, which obviously you can blow out with compressed air. So that is very easy to get to, very easy to service. And I think the thing with Echo tools is they're very simplistic. There's not a lot of electronics on it. There's not a lot going on. It's just a decent two-stroke engine. And servicing wise, you can see from here, there's not a lot of covers. There's not a lot of stuff that's sort of encapsulated. You can get to everything pretty easily. If we go round the tube, you would have seen from when I put it together, we've got the anti-static wire that goes in there, so you won't get any shocks when you're actually using the machine. The cable and the throttle assembly, just nice, very easy to maneuver that, to take that apart if you need to. Coming down through the tube, you've got a twisting tube, you've got the elbow, and you have got the directional side of things as well. They're very nice. Down on the throttle assembly, again, nice grip, not too big, not too small. Nice throttle assembly there. Around the other side, you've obviously got your on-off switch. You can adjust the tube lengths from these two here with 5 different increments. And down on the bottom end, you have got this aluminium scraper as well, which is really nice to see. So if you're cleaning up against anything that is going to wear away the end of your tube, obviously that's going to be a heavier duty. Round the front here on the pads, we'll see how the pads fare up later and how comfy they are. But under here, you can also put your different weather setup. So if it's hot or cold, you can put this plate in to basically allow more ventilation to your body. And then, like a sumo wrestler, you have got that hip pad, which I haven't actually worked out how it goes together yet, but you've got a little clip system here, which that clips on, and I think that obviously goes on the harness to carry a little bit of the weight and to make things a little bit easier. Now, we haven't just got leaves, we have got some serious leaf clearing to do. And what better than having the world's most powerful backpack blower to use? So let's hook up and get blowing. And there's no better area than a big, large open space, a big commercial car park with hordes of leaves. So I think what we need to do to start off with is show you the starting procedure, warm it up, and then we can get blowing. So we've got nice simple controls up on the throttle. Just turn it to on, flick your choke lever down, purge your fuel system, get that nice and full, that primer bulb there, 7 or 8 pumps will be enough. And then she's ready to go. Booty. So we'll just let the engine warm up. It says about 2 to 3 minutes in the instruction manual. Just get everything moving, get that tight engine nice and warmed up, ready to blow. Doesn't she sound beautiful though? Right, I think it is adequately warmed up now. Just look at the area it is cleared, even on tick over. So that was my time to look like a starring role in Ghostbusters. clear these leaves. Oh, it's got some power. Look at that. Bloody hell. I did not think it was going to have as much power as that. Look how quickly it's cleared that. Within seconds it's cleared it. Right, let's tell you a little bit more about this Echo blower while I do some more clearing. So the PB9010T is the most powerful addition to the Echo X series backpack blower lineup. Engineered specifically for professionals with industry-leading blowing force, it delivers exceptional productivity, allowing operators to complete tasks faster and more efficiently. Designed with a full suite of comfort and usability features, it ensures maximum operator efficiency and ease of use throughout the workday. So let's take a look at some of the features this blower offers. It has a 5-point anti-vibration system which significantly reduces vibration to the operator's back and hands. A heavy-duty top-mounted air filtration system with quick toolless access, large fuel tank, 2,560ml capacity for longer runtime, a handy blower pipe storage hook, unique operator back ventilation system featuring an optional intake cover for colder weather conditions, heavy-duty padded fully adjustable shoulder straps, throttle with cruise control lock for consistent performance, a metal blower tube wearing for increased durability, quick and easy throttle adjustment, and included is a hip belt that reduces operator fatigue by evenly distributing weight and improving balance. Now, I have tried some backpack leaf blowers in my time, battery and petrol, and it's safe to say this thing is like the monster truck of backpack blowers. It is incredible. The amount of volume of air you are getting out of the end of the tube is like nothing else I've actually tried. Even the stuff that's stuck down, the leaves that are like literally just flat on the tarmac and they look like they won't come up, this thing just blows them away. Now, the only thing I need to do is I need to see if I can get the tube a little bit longer, because at the moment it just feels like I could do with a little bit of extra length. But other than that, what a cracking bit of kit. Now, many of you may already be using or are familiar with the PB9010T's smaller brother, but how does this model compare in terms of specifications to the popular PB8010, which has been available in the UK and across Europe for some time? So the Echo PB9010T has a blowing force of 48.9 newtons. The weight without fuel is 12.4 kilos. It produces 1,907 meters cubed per hour air volume and 97.8 meters per second air velocity, opposed to the PB8010, which has 44 newtons of blowing force, weighs 11.9 kilos without fuel, has 1,819 meters cubed per hour air volume and 94.5 meters per second air velocity. But there are some similarities. Both are powered by a 79.9cc two-stroke engine, which provides an output of 4.2 kilowatts. The vibration levels are 2.4 meters per second squared. They have a fuel capacity of 2,560ml and both come with round, straight nozzles as standard. There is something very satisfying about clearing autumn leaves until you get the change in the wind direction and you get a bit of splashback. But what I am loving about this blower is obviously the power. Love the power, but on the back, even though it's nearly the end of November and it's 14 degrees, so it should be fairly cool at this time of year, I've got that extra cooling going on my back. That plate that we showed you at the start of the video, obviously I can put in for warmer or for colder climates to stop that airflow going to your back, but I've obviously left it off for today, and it really does keep everything cool, so you don't feel like clammy and sweaty like you do with a lot of other products. And it's, you know, I've used it for what, 20 minutes, half an hour now? It's a big lumpy thing, but it doesn't feel that weighty. I love it. So for those of you that don't know much about the Echo brand, I think it's probably quite beneficial to go through the history of Echo itself, where they originated from, and all the key things that you should know about this manufacturer. For over 70 years, Echo has been designing and building high-performance, commercial quality products. From its humble beginnings in Japan with a simple handheld crop duster, the company has grown into a technological leader and well-respected global brand. Echo casts and machines every engine in Japan where quality and consistency are closely controlled. To gain manufacturing efficiencies, they assemble the products at various factories around the world, all built to the same exacting standards. For example, the Echo PB9010T is assembled in the USA at Echo's facility in Lake Zurich, Illinois, using components primarily sourced from Japan. Echo produced the world's first blower in 1970. During a drought in California, landscapers modified the DM9 backpack sprayer by removing its tank and sealing the opening. This innovation transformed it into a tool that blew air to clear debris, essentially creating the first power blower. Echo engineers recognized this idea and later the same year launched the PB9, the world's first commercial power blower. In 1978, they introduced the first handheld blower. In 1992, the Shred and Vac. In 1996, a low noise backpack blower, and in 2020, the industry's most powerful backpack blower to date, the PB9010T. Right, so let's sum it up. Price-wise, $899 inclusive of VAT, which is a lot of machine for the money, especially when you couple it up with their warranties that they supply. So they give you 5-year domestic warranty or 2-year pro warranty. Now, I wouldn't class this as a domestic machine. You know, it is the power you get with it, and obviously the size and the performance is completely fully pro. Now, it is part of the X series, which is obviously X being their professional range. There is a few points to make about sort of like your weight of it. After an hour, I was using it for about an hour in the end, it did feel a little bit heavy. So for someone that's probably not the same size as me, you may struggle carrying it around all day long. But then having said that, the amount of work you're going to get with this machine done in, say, 20 minutes, half an hour, is going to be pretty phenomenal. Now, obviously having a bigger machine and more performance means that the engine capacity is that much larger. So having a 79cc engine there to pull over isn't for the faint-hearted. It has got some compression on it. What I was surprised with was actually how little it drunk. The 2-stroke fuel we did top up to nearly full, and I've got probably 2/3 of the tank still left after an hour. So actually the fuel consumption has been better than I thought it would be. Now, another thing you want to consider is obviously the noise. Because it is that much bigger, it does produce some decibels. So if you've got contracts out there where you need to keep noise to a minimum, then maybe this machine isn't going to quite tick the box for you. But the big thing that it's got going for it is it's American made, even though it's a Japanese company, and they do produce stuff in Japan. And it's simple. There is no or very little electronics on it. No ECUs, no fuel injection, no plugging it into a computer to service it. Just a good, bog standard 2-stroke engine. So 5 years after the Americans have got it, our Echo too late to the party. Let me know what you think of this Echo PB9010T in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.